Hi guys, I am Erubiel Olivares and today we're going to talk about herd immunity. Let's start. Well, you know that this stuff about coronavirus and all that is driving crazy many people, yeah? But to put you on context, like 3 days ago here in Mexico, it started to be trending topic on Twitter on audio where a girl mentions that there's going to be a party. This party is to obtain herd immunity. But this is only the tip of the iceberg of this huge problem. Well, first of all, I start to think, a party in the middle of this quarantine? You're crazy. And then I start listening the audio again and again, and I heard the word herd immunity. Well, what the heck is herd immunity? Herd immunity is obtained when the 70% of the population gets infected. This means that with fewer carriers, the virus will not find people to infect, and it will be suddenly eradicated. But how does this herd immunity works, or how can we obtain this herd immunity? According to many scientists, herd immunity can be obtained by two ways. By the first is by means of a vaccine that in the case of coronavirus it doesn't exist, but the good news is that the WHO and many other organizations are leaving no stone unturned in the searching of this new vaccine. So, hope. And returning to the two ways. The second way is what I already mentioned, that 70% of the population needs to get infected, so the virus will not find people to infect, and you know. Well, now that we know how herd immunity works and what it is, the question is from where this idea came. Well, to know that, we need to travel to the old continent, Europe, specifically to England and Sweden. These two countries think that this method will be counterproductive, but it wasn't, and it was only a huge downfall, only for England. Well, and why? This was because the number of infected people start outnumbering the number of healthy people. So the Prime Minister said, no, we are going to stop herd immunity, we are going to start the quarantine. And now England is under quarantine. And Sweden. In Sweden's case, it's eventually working, but the latest news said that the death of people is increasing. So the Sweden government is feeling in deep water, because many dead people, many dead people. But returning to Mexico, and to the audio of this girl. Well, this girl in the audio says that this was only for helping the country and blah blah blah. But come on, girl, a party in the middle of the quarantine, you are crazy, And many people reprove this attitude, because apart from being like, I don't know, a helping action and all that, it only caused a huge public outcry because many people start complaining about this girl. But after thinking and after hearing and after searching about this thing of herd immunity and this girl is talking to the people to get united, I start thinking about the subsequently dangers or the subsequently consequences that this party is going to take. So I start searching, and this is what I found. First, this virus is a new virus and it's an unknown virus, and there's no data supporting that after getting infected you are getting immune. That's not true. That is only a foregone conclusion people is making, and due to fake news that are being conducive to misinformation. Second, many people that pass through coronavirus and now they are not infected are ignoring the sanitary systems and are only jeopardizing the situation to many countries. And third, the WHO director said that many countries that are now that are with few people infected, they are ignoring also the measures that the WHO is giving to them. So this thing about herd immunity is a huge problem to sanitary systems. And again, returning to Mexico. Here in Mexico, the reactions about this herd immunity are only making that many people question the sanitary system and the attitude that Mexico is taking to fight against coronavirus. Dr. Gatel already speak about this and said that it's too late for Mexico to start practicing or applying this method of herd immunity because Mexico already have a huge number of deaths, more than 5,000 deaths. So it's too late for Mexico to start working on herd immunity. So stay at home. And well, to yeah, this is the last I'm going to talk about. My personal opinion about all this. First, about the audio of this girl speaking about the party and all that stuff. I'm like, what? Because I don't mention, but this party has a cover of 1,500 pesos. So are you saying I am going to pay for dying? No, thank you. I reprove the attitude of this girl. This audio and these people thinking that herd immunity is going to help the country. And no, no, stay home, stay safe. And my opinion about herd immunity. I think it can work, but um, it depends. It can work with other infections, with other virus, because coronavirus is, I already said that, is an unknown virus. We don't know how it will react to many things, and so I don't think herd immunity work at all. I think it's advisable to follow the recommendations of the sanitary system, and to keep a standby in our homes. People is continually asking how many time are we going to stay. No, stand by. The sanitary system will say to us when to start going out. It is foreseeable that if we follow the directions, we are going to get a better situation to Mexico. And we also need to keep aside in news to don't fall in misinformation. We need to keep in check with all this information that the sanitary systems are bringing to us because they are saying the truth. I I feel they are saying the truth. I trust in the words of many doctors and in the health secretary of Mexico. So stay home, stay safe. This is all. See you next time. Bye bye.